Welcome back to the King Film Sports College Football Preview, and let's get right into it with the 7 Week 0 games, and let's start with Navy Notre Dame from Dublin, Ireland. And we are going to have Notre Dame winning this game. Obviously, they've got the 13 by their name. Notre Dame obviously had the quarterback big change to Hartman. They've got a great O-line and running game. I predict going into this game, obviously Navy has a lot of that as well. Notre Dame's defense is a bit young, and is their receiver talent, so they will be a little raw coming into this game. I like Navy to cover the spread slightly. I do not have a lock on the game myself. If I had to take a side, I would take that, but I think Notre Dame's going to win this one on the neutral site there. Then we've got UTEP against Jacksonville State, and Jacksonville State is just a big running team at home. This is going to be tough for UTEP to take them down on the neutral field, but as you can see, the spread has moved to UTEP -1 and opened at Jacksonville State -1.5. UTEP also has a very good O-line, and I think they will be able to stop this Jacksonville State run game just enough to win a thriller. In that one, that might be the best game of the weekend, regardless of talent level by both teams. Then we've got UMass against New Mexico State, two disappointing teams, probably bottom 10 in the whole FBS last year. I'll be watching this game just because there's a drought of games in this Week 0. That's why these teams are playing here. I've got New Mexico State to win easily at home, and I like them to cover the 8 points as well. Then we've got Ohio at San Diego State, and this is going to be our lock of the week. But before I get into that, I want to refer everyone to our Discord, King Films Locks. We are giving out free college football picks, MLB picks, and NFL picks for the first few weeks of the season. So definitely check that out at the link in the top right now. And while we're at it, you might as well just hit that subscribe button too. Our Week 1 predictions for college football are coming out soon, as are our NFL season preview and Week 1 predictions there. So go ahead and do that. But we've got the San Diego State Aztecs to cover the 3-point spread as it is right now against Ohio. Ohio's lost their last 10 non-conference road games, and while they are getting back star quarterback Curtis Rourke from the torn ACL that kept him out of that MAC championship against Toledo at the end of last year, I think that they will not be able to get past a rowdy San Diego State crowd at home. The receiving core is loaded, but their defense is missing just about the whole front 7 from last year, and I think that San Diego State will be able to keep up just enough offense to win this grinding affair by more than 3 points with QB Jalen Maiden at the helm of the offense. In addition, I think that the veteran presence on this San Diego State offense will be able to keep the time of possession up for them, keeping Ohio's more explosive, objectively, offense off the field just because of Ohio's relative inexperience. Again, in the front 7, I think the run game will be able to keep it up. They'll be able to grind that clock down. But the defense for SDSU is the place with the upside, but in this Week 0 game, I think they're going to need all the help from the fans that are there to quiet this Ohio offense. I think that they will win in a thriller there at Snapdragon Stadium. And now let's move to our second half of the games. And we've got Hawaii at Vanderbilt, and there's going to be a limited capacity at this game because Vanderbilt is currently redoing their stadium. We all remember that Hawaii-Vanderbilt game last year. It got ugly after Hawaii got up 7-0, and after it was 14-10, Commodores, they ripped off 49 unanswered points. They won't need to win by that much this time just to cover the 18 points. I like Vanderbilt to cover here, but I don't think they'll score quite as many as last year, even at home, behind quarterback A.J. Swan. Then we've got San Jose State against USC. I like USC to cover the 30 if I had to lean either way on the spread, but I especially like the over. USC's defense is fraudulent. San Jose State doesn't have a great offense, but as we saw a few years ago in this matchup, San Jose State was still able to score on USC. Granted, that was a worse USC team overall, but the defense is just so bad. They've got a few transfers on the defense for USC here in both the front and the secondary, but I think San Jose State could put up a couple points, but if not, I think USC's electric offense will just tear apart this San Jose State defense that is, quite frankly, one of the few that's worse than USC's. So I like the over-under. As you can see, it's really jacked up there at 64.5. But if I had to take a play on this game, I would hit that over there. Of course, USC's high-flying offense behind Caleb Williams. They've got the transfers on offense and defense. Austin Jones at running back. They've got Relief Brown as well. So I like USC to win this one easy. Possibly cover the 30, but I think the over is the play here. Then we've got FIU against La Tech. This was a great game last year at FIU. Double overtime match that FIU actually ended up winning, so I think La Tech can get revenge here. So for a lean on the spread, I think FIU can keep it within 10. I think it'll be a rough one again, but I think Louisiana Tech's lines on both sides will be enough to get them the win over FIU here. Thank you for watching. Please post your comments below. Tell me what predictions you guys had if you disagree with my picks, and subscribe to the channel.